right. We ready? All right.
Start Coach's press conference. Coach, would you like to start with an opening statement?
No, thank you.
We will take questions.
Coach, over here. It's on? Okay, good. Just opening thoughts on this one, just general thoughts on this game, yeah.
Yeah, like I told the guys, great week of preparation. They competed really hard in all three phases. It was not perfect. We left some stuff on the table in all three phases. Had our opportunities, and really proud of how our guys play, though. This is a mentally tough group of guys that competes in every single thing they do. Really proud. Now, that being said, we just got to play a little bit more clean. As you guys watch, we had opportunities to win that football game, and it didn't happen. I know our guys are heartbroken over it, but they'll respond. They'll be ready to go next week.
Troy, what goes into the times when you make the switches at quarterback? Is that just a feel, or are there certain plays for certain QBs? What goes into
Yeah,
that?
some of it is that, and then some of it is just how they're playing. And they both did some good things, and they both did some things they could have done better. Maybe a guy will emerge. They both have potential. They both need to be a little bit more consistent, but they were under some pressure as well. It's a tough position, toughest position in sports. We just got to be able to play a little bit better amidst the pressure and those type of things. We got to make good decisions. We got to make good throws.
What went into the decision to start Cedric Irvin, and then how would you kind of evaluate his game?
Yeah, Cedric has been a guy that really physical. It's really important to him. Tough. He's got some quickness to him. He's got some suddenness to him. We just thought we wanted to get an opportunity to see him. We got some really good young guys, and you want to see them play. Now, part of that is the inexperience and getting out there on the field, and it's a challenge for young guys, but they gotta do it. And for us, we want to continue to grow this year, and we want to be a different team by the end of the season than the beginning of the season.
Noticed that Aiden Flintoff and Connor Westman both punted today. Just kind of what went the decision to give those guys both 2 punts each, and is that a position that might be up for grabs for?
Yeah, honestly, I think every position we're no one has the position sewn up at all. I mean, it's a competitive group of guys, and if you want to push for the position, I tell our guys all the time. You don't have to accept your role, but you got to attack your role. So if a guy's doing a great job in practice and has the opportunity, those guys are both obviously talented, but it's about performing on the day of the game.
Troy, if you look at the numbers, the last 3 weeks, your defense has gotten progressively better, certainly today. One, do you agree with that the defense has gotten better? And two, if so, why?
Yeah, we've gotten better as a football team since the beginning of the year. Now, it's not going to always show on the scoreboard or whatnot, but our guys are working to improve and getting better. They're very inexperienced, but they are hungry to get better. So to answer your question, defensively, we have gotten better. There's no doubt about it. Now we gotta play a little bit better than we did tonight, but I do love to see the improvement.
The schedule doesn't get any easier with Oregon coming up, a bunch of ranked teams ahead. How do you kind of prevent this?
Yeah,
from snowballing?
there's no easy games on our schedule. This is an incredible conference. It's the best it's been in, I don't know, maybe 20 years. Really good quarterbacks, really good coaches, experienced team. So, you like those as a competitor. You like those challenges. So we'll be ready to play next week. Got obviously a top 10 football team coming into town, and they're rolling, and they're hitting on all cylinders, and we'll be ready to go.
Just talk about what you got from Tiger Bachmeyer tonight. How to drop in the end zone, but made up for that with some really nice catches. Just talk about what he gave you tonight.
Tiger's a really competitive kid. He gives you everything he's got. Smart football player. I'm sure he's brokenhearted over that, but he did make a lot of plays with the ball in the air, and that's what our guys got to do. We got to, on those 50-50 balls, we got to come down with the ball. We're not necessarily going to run by somebody every time. So those balls that our quarterbacks did a really good job of giving those guys a chance. I always tell them, don't want to overthrow those balls. You eliminate opportunities for pass interference and the guy to come back and make the play. So the quarterbacks did a good job of that, and our guys do a nice job of making plays on the ball.
Troy, I'll admit, when Joshua Carty missed a field goal attempt, I kind of did a double take. You just hadn't seen it in a year and a half. How'd you react?
Yeah, I mean, he's human, and there were long kicks. He struck them well. You know, I mean, we expect a lot out of him. And he I think he had a couple that got away from him, but they were struck pretty well. That guy's he's been incredible for us. So you know, we got to do a better job of converting when we get down across the 50 and getting a little bit tighter than relying on him to be able to, you know, hit 50-yard field goals.
Can you kind of take us through the decision making when you're down 4 to kick the field goal, knowing you might not get it back, and then to try the onsides and then not try it after?
Yeah, it was really I think that was after the illegal pass, right? So we got backed up to, you know, it was 4th and I don't know 14. That's a tough one to get, tough to protect. Not a ton of field space. So the percentages aren't super high, and I got so much confidence in Josh, and I feel like he makes the field goal. Maybe we get a shot at the onside. If we get a stop, we'll get the ball back, and then he'll be kicking a field goal to win the game. So I felt pretty good. I still feel pretty good about the decision. It just didn't work out. But yeah, that's what we did. Yeah, so we had, you know, on our onside kick, they were positioned really well. They were offsides on the first one, and it looked like they were playing it really well. So we decided to back them up. It's one of those things you could go either way with it. So we wanted to pin them inside, hopefully the 10. I think we were pretty close to that. And then get a 3 and out, get great field position, maybe get 10 yards and kick a game winner.
No rushing yards for E.J. Smith or Casey Falcons. Just why weren't those guys more involved in the run game in this one? Just what kind of accounted for that? Yeah,
I mean, part of it is, you know, we wanted to see what Cedric could do. I think Cedric did some good things. We got a lot of confidence in EJ and Casey. We're gonna need them all. We just wanted to give Cedric an opportunity. He's earned it. He's done some really good things. We wanted to see him play, and I think he responded and did pretty well. Awesome.
Any other questions for Coach Taylor? Thank you, Coach.
Okay. Oh, you got one more? Yeah. Yeah.
Last week, and then he got some hurries and maybe a sack or 2 this week. What kind of went into the decision to not play him last week and play him?
You know, I've not talked to Coach April about that. So to be completely honest with you, I'd have to ask Coach April.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, Ashton, just kind of talk about, I think it's 4 games through, I'm counting correctly. Just talk about what it's like kind of switching back and forth between Justin, and just how is that dynamic working for both of you, do you think?
What did Coach Taylor tell you guys after the game?
You mentioned moving on to Oregon. Seems like a tougher opponent, at least on paper, than what you had this week. What do you guys? How do you keep this from kind of steamrolling this losing streak that you're on?
You can be upset, all of that stuff, but come Sunday, when we come in for meetings and we come in for lift, we know that we're gonna flush what happened last week. We're gonna forget about it because, like I said, we play 1-game seasons. We know that there's a big opportunity and a big task ahead. So yeah, we're just gonna focus on that.
You guys have won a game already this year, but after losing to Sac State last week like you did, to have this be a one-possession game, 1-point game, you guys were in it. Did it feel like there was progress that was made this week, even though you guys didn't get the W?
Yeah, there 100% there was progress. Our defense went out and they played lights out. They gave us the opportunity to go down and score, and offensively, I think we missed out on some of those opportunities. Whether it be misreads, missed blocks, all of that stuff. I think we can play better as an offense, and when we start clicking and getting rolling, I think it's going to be pretty hard to stop our offense. But yeah, if we come out and play well and stick together on all 3 phases, then I think we're going to be hard to beat.
Actually, I think some media people and some fans would say it must be tough to alternate at quarterback. How would you say that it's easier than people perceive it to be?
Yeah, I think when you're in that mindset of you just want to go out there and you want to win and you want to do your job, it just makes it easier. I know that Justin's going to go out there and he's going to do his job, which leaves it up to me to go out there and do my job. And if we're both clicking and we're both rolling, our offense is going to roll. So there's nothing to sulk about. I don't worry about all the missed plays or I'm not getting enough time. I don't worry about all that because I know that Coach Taylor has the right formula, and he's going to help us get the job done.
What's it like? It's not just the quarterback. I mean, he rotates punters. Seems like Cedric got the start when EJ and Casey. Seems like all the positions are kind of rotating through. What's it like just to be on a team where there's no set starters? It seems like. Yeah,
I mean it's kind of fluent every week. I think our guys understand that and they don't complain about it. Which you go some places and someone starts the week previous and they don't start this week, they get upset, and that just causes division within the team. But I think our guys are very experienced and they're mature, and they know that no matter what, they're going to get the chance to go out there and they're going to have opportunities. So I think our guys know that, and that's what helps us kind of stick together no matter who's out there starting or not.
Just want to get your thoughts on Tiger Bachmeyer. He did have a drop in the end zone, but he made up for it with some really nice catches and plays. Just talk about what you guys got from him and what you've seen from him so far as he's a true freshman.
Yeah, I mean, he's a young guy. Obviously, he's going to have his mistakes, but you can see his maturity because of the way he goes out there and he bounces back. He drops one, and then he goes and makes an amazing play that leads us to go down and score a touchdown. So, just being that young and being able to kind of flush something like that and still go out and play the way that he did is extremely impressive. And it gives me, as well as Justin and our whole offensive staff, just hope and confidence that we know that we have a guy that we can rely on.
What was it like having Cedric back there, too? How would you kind of evaluate his performance?
Yeah, I mean, he's an animal. He's going to go out there and he's going to get the job done. He's got a huge heart for the game. He loves to win, and I know that he's going to go out there and do his job. He's a young cat too, but I feel very comfortable giving him the ball because I know he's going to go make a play.
On Cedric, he had a hell of a stiff arm there for that 40-plus yard run. I wasn't sure he had that kind of style, but is that something you guys have seen from that kind of strength to push off guys like that? Yeah,
I mean, ever since he came in. We've seen his strength and speed through the off season, fall camp. We saw what he can do, and we knew that we had someone special. We were extremely lucky to get him. And I mean, he's going to continue to make plays in the future for this program, and I can't wait to see that.